We are now recording. Perfect. Okay, again, welcome everybody. I'm excited to share this business opportunity with you. This has been such a blessing and just a huge transformation in my life, and I am thrilled that you guys are here to learn about it too. So what this is, oh, hold on, let's add one more there. Okay, Miss Natalie, you are in. We're just getting started. So what we're going to use is a business overview, the build guide from doTERRA. And let me show you real quickly. You guys can all see my screen, correct?
Yep.
Yes. Okay. So this is available. All this information, all the education provided from doTERRA corporate themselves is free to everybody in the world, member and non-members alike. Okay. So when you go to just simply doTERRA.com, you don't even have to log in. Go to our advocates, scroll down under education, and go to empowered success. And all of these guides that we're going to talk about tonight are free for you to download and have at your convenience on your computer or your phone, and you can even print them out. If you wanted to order them and have something in your hand that is this, you can do that as well. Okay, so what we're going to go over is the build one tonight, and we'll briefly touch on the live, share, and launch guides in this amazing gem right here called the Natural Solutions class, and I'll explain what that is in just a second. But all of this is free for you to download, okay? And let me get back. Oh, there we go. Okay, so this is a wealth of information. Take notes, ask questions, and here we go. So the very first page of this is a very beautiful story that I'm going to go ahead and read to you guys. Okay, it's about financial freedom. There was a man who hauled buckets of water for a living every day. And I want you guys to visualize this, okay? And then you're going to implement it into your own daily activity. And it's just going to make sense here in just a second, okay? So there was a man who hauled buckets of water for a living. Every day he hauled water from the nearest source to his village miles away. If he wanted to make more money, he would simply work longer hauling buckets. Overtime, right? Working overtime, working weekends. Okay. After many years, he grew weary of hauling buckets. Then inspiration came. If he used his spare time to build a pipeline, eventually he could be free from hauling buckets. So he labored diligently for a few years to build his pipeline. Key word there, few years to build a pipeline. Okay. The day he turned on the spigot, everything changed. He successfully created an unlimited supply of water and an improved lifestyle for the villagers and himself, resulting in an abundant financial pipeline. What does that sound like to you? Go ahead, somebody. Does that sound like your everyday 9-to-5 job?
Yes.
Right? Okay. So now that we got that visualization, let's talk about the amazing financial opportunity and time freedom possibility here with doTERRA. So here's a really cool part. When it comes to building a business with doTERRA, opposed to any other MLM out there in the world, there's many reasons. One of the favorite reasons that I have is that doTERRA offers a product, or products, if you will, that is literally fit and a need and a want and a desire for every man, woman, and child in this world. It is not just focused on a woman or a man or a child, okay? But it's everybody. Let me invite one more person. There we go. Amy, can you hear me? Yeah? Okay, welcome. We're just getting started. So that's what I love the most. I love that we have a product that is for everybody, and it's not just targeting a specific demographic, okay? doTERRA, out of all the essential oil companies out there, we are the largest in the world. We are the most trusted. We are the most tested. And this number right here where it says over 4.5 million customers has actually increased to over 6 million, okay? And that's in 10 years. Crazy. The doTERRA difference, this number has actually increased also to up to 73%. And that's a record-breaking retention rate in all of MLM history, not just in this, what's the word I'm looking for? Not just in the essential oil industry, okay, in this industry, but just MLMs in general. That's unheard of. What that means is that people, when they get started, when they enroll, they continuously order on a month-to-month basis and get those products that they need and want for their families, right? So that number is astronomical in any MLM. Most direct selling companies lead with business opportunity. You'll see a lot of them. I'm not even going to say any names because you already know which ones I'm talking about. Join my team, go to the top with me, make this much money in this week. You know, it's just, it's kind of a turnoff, right? They lead with product sales, and it's all about that selling opportunity. But with doTERRA, and I hope that you've already realized this and can agree with me when I say, we lead with our products. We lead with our heart. We lead with intention of wanting to truly help people change their lives in their health, right? The products sell themselves regardless of this opportunity that we're speaking about. You guys would still be buying all doTERRA products that you do, even if there wasn't a business opportunity, right? You would just be buying them directly from doTERRA and not us. Pretty cool, right? And then we get to share a wellness lifestyle. We're not just talking about, I'm not going to say pink cars because then we know what we're talking about, but we're not just selling a dream here of get rich quick. So any questions before I move on?
I do. What's MLN?
MLM is,
yeah.
it's an abbreviation for multi-level marketing.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
And as you go in this, I'm getting off topic here, but a lot of people have a bad taste in their mouth when it comes to MLMs or direct selling. I'm going to write that down because I will touch briefly on that when we end this call, okay?
Okay.
I just want to clear that up for everybody. Okay, moving on. Another reason to partner with doTERRA. We're not going nowhere. We are going nowhere. We are here till the end of time. I could show you just right here in this little graphic, if you guys can all see that. I don't know if you're on your phones, but it's a cool little graphic because we are literally comparing ourselves to Apple. Apple is huge, right? They went into $1 billion company in 7 years, and so did doTERRA, okay? The same speed as Apple. $1 billion debt-free company, I might add, with no interest or outside funding. All of the owners just did it from their own pockets, and it was just them selling the message and sharing the message just like you guys are about to do or just like you're doing right now. So that's really cool for me. The largest essential oil company in the world, just like I stated. Let's see, led by a diverse team of business, marketing, and healthcare professionals with 150 years of combined industry experience. If you guys are familiar yet with the doTERRA Science blog or doTERRA blog, any of the education and resources that they put out, that's pretty incredible, right? Okay, moving on to caring. This one's a pretty big subject, and I'm going to add a lot more verbiage than what you see here. But I'm going to read it word for word also. So doTERRA is not just a health and wellness company, not the largest essential oil company in the world, but they are a huge humanitarian company. Okay? They create partnerships with growers around the world, nurturing developing economies and preserving agricultural traditions through doTERRA co-impact sourcing and Healing Hands Foundation. Okay, what the heck is all of that? Let me explain that to you real quick. Co-impact sourcing is an awesome program that's been there since the beginning of time with doTERRA, where we actually source all of our oils in the oil's native habitat. Okay, some of that, you know, Haiti, for example, is where we get our vetiver, and Nepal is where we get our wintergreen. All of these are, you know, desolate areas where they don't have running water or shoes for their children, any education, starving children. So when we go in there and we set up this co-impact sourcing with them, meaning we set up a partnership to grow our oils there in that indigenous habitat for optimal purity, potency, and efficacy of the oils that we're looking for, then that's where the running water comes in. That's where the schools come in. Literally, doTERRA will sit there. Hey, Kim. doTERRA will sit there with them on the ground as they grow our crops and provide all of this for them, right? Literally changing their lives and changing their world right there in their own tribe, okay? Pretty cool, right? So that's just a little bit on co-impact sourcing. I'm going to write that down as well. And I'm going to give you guys all, actually, Anna, if you can you go look up co-impact sourcing, the link, and put that in the chat box for me, please? That's just very brief. I would love for you guys to dive into that a little deeper so that you could truly understand the heart of doTERRA, okay, and why they are so successful. Another one, just really quick, I want to talk about, first of all, Healing Hands Foundation. 100% of the proceeds of all money that goes towards Healing Hands, 100% of it goes to that foundation. The executives don't take any kind of cut, nothing like that. So that's a really beautiful, oh shoot, let me write that one down too, so you guys can have more information on that. Anna, whatever you can do, girl, on these, that would be great. And then the sex trafficking. Again, we're just touching a little bit on the humanitarian efforts that doTERRA provides. Sex trafficking is huge, as we all know, in the entire world. Operation Underground Railroad works specifically with doTERRA to help stop that, right? And if you guys have ever, what is the oil, Joe? Is it Hope? Is Hope the oil that?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, so
Yes.
when you purchase Hope, I think it's $20. It doesn't have any PV value. You will not get any points back for it. It does not qualify towards your LRP, nothing like that. But all of those proceeds do go to help sex trafficking, right? Okay, so I wrote all of these down. I want to give you guys all just some more thorough information on all of those so that you can see a little bit of what I'm talking about there. Also with the co-impact sourcing, a fair wage, okay, above industry standard when it comes to working with these farmers and local growers and getting into those communities where they need our help the most. We offer them an above wage for our product, okay? So that's just another thing I just wanted to mention. All right, as we scoot on, let me get a drink real quick because this is starting to get good, I promise. Welcome to everybody that just hopped on. This is being recorded, so you can go back, no problem. Okay, exciting part. Everybody might think that starting up a new business is really hard, and it is, right? It takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, but I want to explain just a few simple steps of starting your doTERRA business, okay? Success is simple. Little chuckle there, right? Success is simple. But honestly, 3 simple steps to build your financial pipeline. And that's what we're doing with this doTERRA business. We're turning on that spigot and we are flooding our financial possibilities. We're not hauling buckets anymore. I really want you guys to go back and really just think on that and what that means to you, right? Because financial pipeline that's a huge word when it comes to doTERRA, and it's absolutely attainable. So let me talk about what those 3 simple steps are, right? Use your products, share the products, teach others about those products. That's it. That's what you're doing. Of course, there's a little bit more detail, and we're going to go into that in just a second. But ultimately, at the end of the day, you're using your product, becoming a product of the product. You're sharing that with the people you know and love. And then eventually down the road, you're going to get uncomfortable and talk to people you don't know. Okay, we'll get into that also. And then you're going to teach these people exactly what you've learned. All of your education that you're doing on a daily basis, you're going to be able to share that confidently and comfortably with others. Okay, so we have a huge fundamental breakdown called PIPES here. And what that stands for is prepare, invite, present, enroll, and support. So let me break that down really quickly. You're going to prepare yourself for success, right? By getting these tools that I just showed you in the beginning of this webinar, those live, share, build guides, okay? Prepare yourself, meaning educate yourself. Be comfortable and confident. And then you're going to invite others to learn about the same opportunity you're learning right now. Not necessarily business, but the products, why they need them for their families, okay? Chat's going crazy. Anna, can you man the chat for me? Okay, and then we're gonna present. We're gonna, just like I'm doing right now, presenting this business opportunity, you're gonna do the same thing with the products. You're going to invite them to a class or a one-on-one setting, and then you're gonna present. And don't freak out. You don't have to know it all. I don't know it all. Kim doesn't know it all. Nobody knows it all. And I don't think we ever will. But I know that we have an amazing class handout, which I'm going to show you really quickly.
Nothing's popping up in the chat.
Uh-oh.
On my end.
Okay. Oh, it's orange. It's probably you. Sorry. So this Natural Solutions class sheet, you could literally download this right now and print it off for free. Okay. And then when you prepare yourself, invite, and then present, you could literally have this tear sheet in your hands. You can print enough. If you feel silly sitting there reading off of something, please don't, for one. But if you do, you can print off enough for your class or your one-on-one and say, hey, go through this with me, right? or straight up tell them at the beginning of your class, I'm going to go through this so that I don't miss anything, because I get so excited and I start jumping everywhere. So I want to make sure that I stick to what essential oils are, why are they effective, how to use them, and why doTERRA, right? Simple as that. Okay, let's go back. Sorry. There we go. Okay, so present. It's not hard. The first couple times, I strongly encourage you to, for one, practice. Practice with your significant other, practice in the mirror, in the shower, whatever floats your boat. But practice makes perfect. Get comfortable, right? And then invite your friends and family, people that you know and trust and that won't make fun of you, right? Just get it down and practice. Just have fun with it. Ultimately, have fun with it. And then you're going to enroll them just how you were enrolled, right? So I enrolled Laura. Miss Natalie was enrolled by Alicia Gowie, right? People enroll people. That is how you were here today. It's not scary. It's actually very fun because you get to sit there with them and they get to tell you their biggest health concerns and goals, and you get to help them decide which products are going to best suit them right away, right? And then you're going to tell them about the awesome 25% discount that they're going to get for an entire year, and you get to get them started on their oil journey. And then once you do that, it's not scary. You just add them into our oil community, our tribe, whichever page you belong to that you enjoy having that continuing education and support. That is where you're going to add them to. And then they're going to be supported with a global community with different people and in different subjects that they're really good at. For example, Anna Maria is really good at the emotional aspect of essential oils, right? I'm really good at cleaning and DIY. That's where you're going to put them and plug them in. You don't have to do it all. You have a complete entire system here for support for you. So I'm going to go over that one more time really quick. You're going to prepare yourself by educating yourself. You're going to download that Live, Share, and Build guide, okay? You're going to invite your people, which we'll go over later, to listen to what essential oils are, how to use them, why they're effective, and why doTERRA. Right? Then you're going to get them started on their oil journey, just like you are right now. And then you're going to add them into our global support network. Right? Any questions? That doesn't sound too hard, does it? No. It's fun, I promise. Okay, are you all ready to hear numbers? Do you want to talk numbers, dollar signs? I need a little bit of enthusiasm for this one. Come on. This is the
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. This is the fun part.
Show me the money.
All right, let's get down to it. Let's talk about it. Sorry, I'm not keeping up with my screen here, guys. It's easier for me to do off this thing in my hand, so I apologize. So all of these amazing numbers, we're just going to surpass those really quick. I'll come right back to them, okay? So there's many ways to get paid by doTERRA. It's actually pretty cool. The first way we're going to talk about is called Fast Start Bonus. And we're going to talk about Power of 3 bonus, unilevel, a little bit on the leaderships, and then what each rank looks like on a monthly. Okay, these are all monthly numbers. We are talking about monthly income, residual income, not yearly. Okay. All right, let's go back to it. One thing cool about Fast Start is doTERRA set it up this way so that you make money right out the gate. The day you enroll is the day you can enroll somebody else, is the day that you get paid, okay? So every Wednesday, let me write this down or I get too excited and sidetracked. All right, Fast Start Bonus. This is when you're gonna want your pin. This is paid out every following Wednesday that you enroll somebody, okay? I just enrolled Stephanie. She got a home essentials kit. We do not base our income off of a dollar amount of that enrollment. We base it off of the PV amount, okay? So even though the home essentials kit is $275, we're getting paid off that PV amount of $225, okay? But I just spent an hour total of drive time sitting down with Stephanie, talking about the top 10 essential oils off that sheet, off that TerraPad we talked about, right? What they are, how to use them, why they're effective by doTERRA. An hour total. I just got her set up with the home essentials kit. I just made $45, okay? That doesn't sound like a lot of money, but if you do it hourly, who else makes $45 an hour unless you're a lawyer, right? So there's that little kudo. And again, this is paid out every week. So as long as you're enrolling and you're teaching those classes and you're doing those one-on-ones and you're making yourself noticeable by reaching out to people on a daily basis. Nobody ever said this was going to be easy, but it's absolutely worth it. Okay. And it's rewarding throughout your days. I promise. So as long as you're enrolling, you're getting paid. You're getting paid weekly. Those checks add up. Okay. And I'm just going to be real honest with you. I don't even have to enroll anybody in a week. I'm still getting paid. Let me explain what that looks like to you. So if you could see this purple box here, and I'm just going to use your guys' names so that you guys can all get a visual here. Enrollment 1, this is me, okay? Enrollment 2, this is Stephanie. Enrollment 3, this is Joanna. So when I enroll Stephanie, I just got 20%, and this is something you're going to want to write down. You're going to get 20% of that PV value that you just enrolled that person, okay? So I just enrolled Steph. She got the Home Essentials Kit. I just made 45 bucks, okay? And then Steph is gonna go enroll Joanna. Now Stephanie's getting that 20%, right? I'm getting 10%. And then my enroller, which is Kim right here, she's getting 5%, okay? So let's do this again. Stephanie's enrollment number 1, she enrolled Joanna. Stephanie's getting 20%, okay? Joanna enrolls Laura, okay? So Steph's, now I'm confusing myself, sorry. I need to write on my computer. Can I do that? Can I write on my computer?
Yeah.
I can?
You
Okay.
can annotate.
Okay, I'm there. I just want to make this really clear for you guys because I know that you're going to have questions. Let me see. Can I do that? I don't know how to. Draw.
Type it in the chat.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Let me see here. Can you guys all see the chat?
Yes.
Okay. Stephanie's enrollment 1, right? She gets 20% of her enrollment. Okay. She enrolled Joy. And got that 20%. Now Joy enrolled, let's just say Sally. Now Joy's getting that 20%. Okay, let me find that percent button. And now Steph is getting 10%. Okay. Now, okay, we got Steph, Joy, Sally. Now when Sally enrolls somebody, she's getting how much percent?
20.
There we go. And then Joy enrolled Sally, right? So now Joy's getting what percent?
10.
Yes. Who's saying this?
Shannon.
Shannon, I knew I loved you. Yes. Getting it, sister. Okay, so we're getting this, right? So it goes from 20, 10, and 5. Does that all make sense to you? It would if I had a marker on my computer. Shannon, you get it, don't you?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay.
I think everyone gets it.
Okay, thank goodness. I just confused myself. Okay, so really easy. Fast start bonus is great. Okay, everybody agrees. Power of 3, that's where it gets really fun. This is a monthly bonus if you do the required amount. And I'm going to explain that really easily, I promise. Okay, top one's me. I get 3 people that aren't necessarily working the business but love their products. Okay, so as long as those 3 people order 100 PV each through the LRP. Power of 3 is all based off of LRP, Loyalty Rewards Program. Okay? That's how you qualify. So me on top, I've got 3 people on my front line. They're all doing 100 PV, okay? As long as me and those 3 people have an accumulated volume of 600 overall volume together, I get $50, okay? That's monthly. Now, if I do that one more time and I help those 3 people get 3 people each under them, this is where everybody starts to think it's a pyramid scheme, right? But those are illegal and that's not what this is at all. So don't look at it that way. So my 3 people just got 3 people each under them, okay? Now I get $250. And those 3 people on my front line, they just got their $50. Okay, let's do that one more time. My 3 people have 3 people each who have 3 people each. I'm getting $1,500 a month. That pays my mortgage and my car payment, okay? That is huge income for me and my family. And then, as you could see, those people get $250 and then they get $50, okay? Does anybody have any questions on that?
Where do you live?
North Idaho. Post
Oh, okay, because I think the mortgages are more here.
Are they?
Yeah, that's my rent is more than that. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
This is a really awesome bonus to get. I got $250 for about a year, and then once I hit 1,500, that really changed my world. So this is a big motivator for a lot of people. So when you start to enroll, the person that enrolled you or your team leader will help you structure your downline so that you can maximize on this Power of 3 bonus, okay? And of course, this is completely up to you and your team. It's nothing that you can earn. It's the volume that you have and the people that are placing their LRP orders, right? Okay. So unilevel bonus, this is your bread and butter. This is not much in the beginning until you start actually building a team of people underneath you. Once you start building that team of people underneath you, this grows rapidly every month, and it will never stop as long as you're enrolling and your team is growing. That the amount that you will get from this will continuously grow. Okay. Anna, are you good at explaining unilevel, or do you want me to keep going?
You're doing great.
Okay.
Very easy to follow.
Okay, so unilevel bonus, I want to point one thing out really quick. Nobody else, no other MLM out there has this kind of unilevel compensation plan like doTERRA, okay? That's the only one. I promise you can go look. You're not going to find another one like this. So typically on any other MLM in the world today, you're going to see, if you could see the level 1 through 7, okay? You're going to see a higher number where that 2% is. You're going to see the higher number paid out on that first level. And then it's going to gradually decrease. So just flip these numbers. 7% on level 1, 6% on level 2. Okay. And
Hey, mommy.
Are we good? Okay. So if you flip these numbers, that's a normal compensation plan that everybody else in the world has today. Well, doTERRA took it upon themselves to flip that and increase this like nobody's business. You can max out if it was the same sort of structure, same amount of money, everything on there, different MLM. Okay, the way that these numbers doTERRA did, to where 6% on top and 7% on bottom, you're actually getting $32,571 more dollars than you would with the normal compensation plan. Okay, so the way that they did this is absolutely brilliant. So let me explain this really quick. Level 1 is your front line. You want your key leaders on there that are building teams underneath them, okay? So for example, I'm diamond, I've got 4 silvers on my front line, and my entire team along with their team is underneath those 4 people, okay? Just to give you a visual. I don't want a huge massive front line. I'm only getting paid 2% on that line as well, right? So what I want to do is build depth in my organization. I don't want to build width. I want a huge down, 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 because the deeper I go, the higher percentage I'm getting paid. But if you think about it, people on my 7th, 8th, and 9th level, they're enrolling people too, right? So it's just going to continuously grow, and it's just a never ending 7% there, what's called dynamic compression. We're not going to get into it, tricky, but just understand that you're still getting 7% even after your 7th one, okay? Anybody have questions on this one? I know you do. Somebody does, because I forgot to leave out when this gets paid out. This is paid out once a month on the 15th, generally the 15th. Okay? Between your Power of 3 bonus and your unilevel bonus and your leadership bonus, which we're about to talk about, that is all in one lump sum and one big check on the 15th of the month. Again, your fast start bonus, which is your weekly payout of your enrollments that you did for that week, those are paid out every Wednesday, okay? But your big check, like I said, with your bread and butter, it is, and it's paid out on the 15th, okay, of the following month. Okay, so leadership bonus, we're gonna skip over that a little bit until you hit Premier and Silver, which we're gonna address here in just a second. This is where you start getting actual, a cut of the company's entire, entire profits of that month, okay? And those add up really quickly. Just for a quick example, if you are Premier or Silver, you're going to get $150 for that share, okay? An empowerment bonus is another, what is the empowerment bonus, Bill? It's for Premiers and Silvers. Anybody? I don't get it. I don't qualify.
What was that?
The empowerment bonus.
I'm sorry, what was your question?
How much is the empowerment bonus?
Oh,
Yeah.
190, I think it is.
Okay,
Yeah.
190. And then your guys' silver share is about 150.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's, I mean, that's $300 right there just for hitting, just as a leadership bonus, right? And that is monthly, and that can go up and down a little bit because it all depends on the company's income for that month, right? That they disperse. So silver or gold, excuse me, you get 5 shares when you hit gold, and that's 150 times 5. Okay, a share is about $150. When you hit platinum, that's 10 shares. Okay, so it really racks up. Once you hit the diamond and above, those are called diamond pools. I'll tell you, when I hit diamond, those are over $3,000 just as a bonus for hitting diamond for that month. Okay, so those leadership pools, when you get into those are pretty awesome. Okay, so really quickly, I want you guys to really sit there and draw in on those numbers. Those are real numbers. Those are real numbers, okay? I don't know what you do already for a living, and I don't know how much you make, but I can tell you once you start getting into those leadership ranks that start at Premier, those numbers rapidly grow as you grow in your organization. And I mean, really, it's endless amount of income there. So I know several presidential diamonds. I've seen their check stubs. I know that this number, this crazy drastic number right here of $110,000 a month is actually true and legit and real, okay? And we have, does anybody know the actual amount of presidential diamonds we have? Kim, if you're on this call, do you know that? It's not just 1 or 2 hanging up out there, I promise, okay? There's quite a few. Again, this doTERRA's only been around for 10 years, okay? So elite. Elite's an awesome rank. This means that you're truly working this as a business. This means that you have at least 3,000 volume underneath you between you and your team. That's about $300 a month. Okay, you hit Premier. That's roughly around $800 depending on if you're enrolling and your team's enrolling, right? You've got 2 executives under you, which is 2,000 in volume each. These are going to start, these numbers, if you're new to this business, this is all going to be confusing to you. So I'm just running it down really quickly, and I'll write that down to find an actual compensation video that explains these numbers a lot better than I can. Okay, I just want you to see the realization of what these ranks look like and what you would need to hit them and what that income looks like to you. We've got a bunch of silvers on here. What that means is that they have 3 legs on their front line with teams under them of 3,000 or more in volume, and they make about $2,200. Gold, if you have 3 premiers under you, and as you can see right here in this orange box, premier is just 2 executive legs, which is 2,000 each, okay? 2 frontline leaders, 2,000 each underneath them. If you do that 3 times on your front line, you are gold. That's almost $5,000 a month. Okay, platinum, as we could see, 3 silvers, almost $9,500 a month. And then here we are at diamond at almost $17,000 a month with 4 frontline leaders at silver. Okay, blue diamond, you've got 5 golds. These numbers, until you see the belief in the products and the belief in the company and catch a glimpse of that culture, none of these numbers in these higher ranks are going to be realistic to you, but that's okay, they will be, okay? Do we have any questions before I move on? You guys rock. Okay, if again, I'm gonna go get some detailed compensation videos for you guys, some short ones that you can watch that'll dive into each one of these plans a little bit more than I did, okay? Okay, here's the fun part. And Anna, I'm gonna call on you. So you've got a really awesome outlook on this. So here we go. Change lives, create an income. And it couldn't be more true. That's exactly what we're doing. We're changing lives and we're creating an income for ourselves, okay? So what would be the biggest impact in your life out of these boxes? The earning more box, where you become debt-free. You've got a fat savings account, right? You don't have to worry about nothing because you've got this generous savings account. Or financial freedom, charitable giving, okay? Which one of those boxes would you check? How about working smarter? Time freedom. What would you do if you had complete and utter time freedom? I would do a lot of fishing. I would. Building your dreams, not your bosses. You're building your dreams, what you want to do in the world. not working for him, right? Self-improvement. I would rather label this as personal development. doTERRA is the biggest personal development company in the world, right? And then financial planning and preparedness. Doing what you love. You want to travel, education, service, spending time with family. Which of these boxes did you choose? Did you just choose a couple? Did you just mark a couple? Because literally all of this is attainable if you're working this business. If you're working this business, this is all here for you.
And that's the beauty about it, is that you can pick all of the boxes or just a couple of the boxes. But basically, I think the most important thing is that you pick for yourself what it is that you're truly after, what you are needing, or what would complement your lifestyle, whatever that is. Everybody that gets into the business side gets into it for their own reason, you know, a different reason. Not everybody is all doing it for traveling. Maybe they're doing it for, you know, to become debt free. So it's important to look and truly just kind of dig in and just take some time to think about what your personal why is, because it's really important to understand what your why is and where your heart is leading you in the into whichever area that may be.
And that be your driving force, right? Thanks, Hannah. So there's three different avenues that you could take, or mindsets really. You could simply just say, yeah, Kelsey, I want to pay for my product. I don't have to pay for my oils anymore because I got an expensive oil habit, right? You know, 3 to 5 hours a week, just personally enroll a few people that you're comfortable talking to on a monthly basis, right? Maybe you'll hit elite in a couple months, maybe even go premier. That's around, you know, $300 to $800 range. Just simply loving your products and sharing them here and there, right? Or you can completely supplement your income, right? And that look, you could see the numbers there change and increase quite a bit, anywhere from $800 to almost $5,000. That is going to take about 10 to 15 hours a week. You are going to need to enroll at least 4 people plus, along with the builder, somebody that wants to do this business opportunity right along with you. And then you could see your goals there, what elite looks like, or silver or gold. That's supplementing your income. That is a true builder right there, right? You are building this business. Or you can be real crazy like me and a lot of these faces on here and straight up replace your income. I am a perfect candidate to sit here and tell you that I have replaced not only my income, but my husband's as well. If he wasn't so stubborn, he would be able to stay home with me today and every day instead of work, but he loves what he does. So I'm able to be in this box of replacing my income, making anywhere from $5,000 to $17,000 a month. I'm working 15 to 30 hours a week. I'm treating this as a true business as it is. I literally have this business in my name as Sim Solutions LLC, right? If I treat it that way, it is, right? I'm enrolling 8+ customers and 2 builders a month. I hit diamond in, what does this say, 1 to 3 years? I hit it in 2 years, right? I'm truly working this business, and I'm getting to prosper from, you know, the fruits of my labor and the lives that I've changed, and not only just through the products and doTERRA in general, but with the business concept. You know, a lot of these faces you see on here, they're here doing the business already, and I've been able to offer this exactly what I'm doing for you right now to them, and they took my offer up on it, and here they are, right, doing the same thing. So this is just a really good pamphlet for you to go through. You are going to be, if you're going to do this as a business, you're going to be using this exact thing that I'm using right now for your people that are coming in that are interested in the business opportunity as well. Okay. The launch your business, everything that we talked about tonight with the live, share, and launch and build guides, where I showed you from the Empowered Success on doTERRA.com. Those are definitely needing to be downloaded and gone through, because I swear they are going to map out this business for you like nobody's business. Promise. They're all free. It's all free educational resources. Sorry, we got another one coming on. There is no, I wrote this down because I wanted to make sure you guys knew this. There's no buy-in. You already bought your kits. You're already enrolled, right? And if really you want to get technical about it, the buy-in to order these products or do this business is $35, right? So there's no huge buy-in. There's no startup fees. There's no huge amounts of stock that you have to have. I literally have no stock. And what I do have that's unopened, I give back to you guys quite literally through LRP giveaways, right? I don't have stock. If people come over or call me and say, hey, can I buy this from you? Yeah, you can go to my website or I can enroll you, but I don't just have something to sell you. There's no huge high dollar trainings or programs. As you could see, all of the stuff in front of you is all you really need, and it's all for free, right? Another step up of all of this free education right here in front of you that you can go download and print off and start today working this business is the launch training, okay? And that is in our CEO group or whatever group that you're a part of, builders group with your team leader. That's available to you. It's free. It's already purchased. It's already uploaded. Everything is done. It's amazing. It's go at your own pace. But of course, we want to not be, I was going to say rabbits. We want to be rabbits. We don't want to be turtles, right? If you want to build a business and get it off the ground, you've got to work it. So that entire launch program is available to you starting right now. If that's something that you want to hop in and get started right away, I highly encourage that. So everything is there. Anna, I'll let you kind of close it out and add anything you want to, and definitely go over the names list. I need water. Can you go? Can you go?
Yeah, that was a lot of information, but it was an amazing overview. First of all, Kelsey, thank you. But don't feel overwhelmed because it was a lot of info. It's all literally written out in the book, so you can just go back, like she said, download the guides, review the guide again. It's called the Build Business Overview Guide. That 100 names list is where you're going to jot down the names of all the people that you know. And everybody knows a bunch of people. When you really give it some thought, who's people at your post office, where do you frequently visit, right? The people at the grocery store, whoever you've bumped into, if you have kids at school, your kids' teachers, your neighbors, people that you've grown up with, your friends, your family, and just write them all down as you think about them. Your dentist, your doctor, the post office, write them all down. So you're going to create your list, and that's going to be the list that you're going to get started with. So as you start learning and getting comfortable with teaching the class, which is, again, very, very simple, my first class, I literally read it off the tear sheet. All right, so you have a class handout. You read it until you memorize it. But sharing from the heart and being as authentic as possible, that's the way to go. You're using your oils. You've developed your personal experiences. You already know what the top 10 do. So just be natural, be authentic, and just share. Share what your family's done. Share how a certain oil made you feel, or that one time when you had a stomach ache and it went away. So just share those experiences, and really it sells itself. Just be natural, be you. I think that's the most valuable thing to take away from when getting started is understanding all the basics, but being you and using your personality and bringing that out in when you're sharing with others. But that, again, there's that share guide, how to get started with sharing. It literally walks you through how to share naturally, 3 steps to inviting. It's all there. Utilize the tools, but there's a launch as well that Kelsey's actually put together, and then you have the website that she shared with you as well. So you have an entire team that's backing you for support. You have the CEO group. If there's a question or you get stuck on anything, post the question. Someone's going to answer pretty quickly. And then, of course, in the files section of that group, you're going to find tons of information, as well as far as resources, handouts, sample scripts, and things like that to kind of guide you along as well. So it is what you make of it, and just keep it simple. Stick to the basics, keep it simple. Invite, share, and teach and enroll. And that's really basically all there is to it.
Amen, sister. And I just want to add, I like to add a little bit of encouragement for those of you. I don't know if anybody's on here that knew me before doTERRA, like I was talking about that personal growth development program. But I always like to say, if I can do this, you can do this too. Trust me. If I can do this, you can do this too. Right? Does anybody have questions? And if you don't, you're a liar, because that was a lot. If you do have questions, all of your team leaders, I mean, Anna Maria, Laura Ramirez, everybody here has, I think everybody almost here, as I'm looking at your faces, have a team under them, meaning they're doing this.
I have a question.
Yeah.
It's Natalie. Do you think it's absolutely necessary to sample to get enrollments? Do you think it's profitable to sample people?
First of all, I love your voice. Where are you from?
North Carolina.
I love it. Oh my goodness. You know, in my opinion, and I'll have a couple other girls jump in on their opinions too, whoever would like to do that. In the beginning, and even a little bit now, Anna Marie can tell you what she does with her sampling events that I hop in on every now and then. I found it very profitable, but I've also found it very not so much, as in you'll send out samples, you'll follow up because follow-up is key, right? And you know, a week or two goes by, they don't contact you, and then you just never hear from them again. They just wanted that free sample, but those are very few and far in between. Okay, so typically when I sample somebody, I send them with information along with the sample, whether it's my top 10 essential oils or, you know, just something with my contact information. Typically I don't get blown off, but there is a lot of times where people simply just want that oil sample and they'll never enroll. To answer your question, yes, I absolutely agree that sampling people and allowing them to experience the benefits of the doTERRA sample you gave them, that is going to have them jump over that fence. Anna?
I don't think that sampling is necessary for every instance, for every occasion. There are going to be times where you're going to have to sample because you're going to run into skeptics that need to be sampled. And they really need to have that aha moment or that experience. So when you are sampling, sample with intention. Don't just randomly sample or sample something that's going to take a while, for instance, digestion. You know, that's going to be, you know, if this is somebody who doesn't really have any stomach issues and you're giving digestion and they're not going to use it for 6 months, then that's not very effective. So sampling with intention and to kind of ask a lot of questions and listen to the individual that you're talking to see what it is that they might actually need at that moment. Do they have any health goals or health concerns or anything like that? But the one oil, if you're, and we always encourage it to have it a few samples on hand no matter what. Keep it in your purse. But the one oil that always gets a response is that peppermint, because it's powerful, right? So just giving them that one drop in their palm, having them rub their hand and breathe it in, you're giving them an immediate experience that they're going to be able to react to and say, oh, wow, that was pretty strong. That's powerful. And that can be something that you can do on the spot. You don't actually have to hand them something to take home. You could say, hey, would you like to try it, and put it in their palm? But so sampling is going to vary depending on who it is, what you're sampling, and there's times that you really don't need to. If you're over the phone, you can actually enroll people over the phone, over Zoom, doing a class. We do a sampling event. It's called Love on Yourself. The first week of the month. We didn't do it this month because I had some things come up, but we're gonna resume it again in June. But basically, what we do is we send out about 5 samples, 5 samples to individuals, and we bring them into a Facebook event that lasts 5 days, and they get to learn how to use each of those samples each day to pamper themselves, to take the time to really just love on themselves, and they're getting that video tutorials and the trainings and the live events and stuff. So it's just a different way to introduce to people. There's gonna be times that you're gonna sample and you'll feel like you've wasted your money because you've never heard from the person again. It'll happen, but then again, some people just really, they'll need it. So just sample with intention. That's pretty much it.
Did that answer your question? Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes. All right. What else we got? Is anybody excited that hasn't started this business yet that's on? I'm trying to look at your faces, and I think all of you guys have already dipped your toes in, haven't you? Yeah. Shannon, wherever Shannon went. Shannon's still on?
She's right there.
Shannon's on. All right. Okay. Well, we will let you guys go. Go back to the person who enrolled you, your team leader. You all know who that is, to ask those questions that are going to come up. Go to our groups, right? We are all here for your support and your education, and we can't wait to get you started. Why haven't you started yet if you haven't started? This is the best thing in the world, I promise. You won't regret it. Okay. Are we all done here? You guys are all amazing for showing up. Thank you.
Can I add one last thing?
Yes.
One of the best things I love about doing this business is you all, because Kelsey enrolled me. I live in Florida. Kelsey's in Idaho.
Mm-hmm.
And Joanna's in Washington. Okay, we're all spread out, and we're like the best of friends. So doing the business together, we create a bond, a relationship with one another, because we're not doing it by ourselves, and we're communicating, we're engaging, we're talking. We literally, when we say community, we are not playing around. So it's an amazing support system, but I think the relationships that we develop, for me, has been one of the most rewarding things about doing this business.
And we actually get to see each other face to face at regional events and leaderships and conventions, and it's like we've always known each other. And it's pretty awesome. So welcome. If you're new, welcome. We're excited you're here, and we look forward to doing this again real soon. We never want anybody to have unanswered questions. Okay, y'all have a wonderful evening.
Thank you.
Yes. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.